Let's go here, Rob G. The report came out, right? A story that Kyle Shanahan, the coach of the San Francisco 49ers, who were in the Super Bowl a year ago, not making the playoffs this year. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of contracts before the season, holdouts, injuries. The quarterback, Brock Purdy, took a couple steps back this year, even without the injured players. He didn't play as well.
Yeah.
Fair?
I agree.
Okay. Rob G., what's the story?
It's not even a story, Rob. It's a flat-out directive coming from owner Jed York of the San Francisco 49ers. He told a reporter, a newspaper in San Francisco, when asked about the futures of general manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan, that you can forget the idea of us firing John Lynch. You can forget the idea of us trading Kyle Shanahan. Those dudes ain't going nowhere. They are back for next season.
All right, that's it. I'm sorry. And you know this, Kerry, we've talked about this before when you've been on. I'm not a Kyle Shanahan guy, and I get it. People are like, well, who are you going to go get? You know, I mean, they got to the Super Bowl twice. He's done this. He got the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator, and guess what? The same result with all three. They gave it up. They gave it up at the end. Rob G, stop me. He's given up 2 10-point fourth-quarter leads in the Super Bowl. No other coach has done that. 10-point leads?
Yeah.
That's 2 scores.
Yeah.
And we already know the collapse with the Falcons, and he gets credit for it. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, well, he wasn't the head coach. Dude, he's calling the offensive plays.
Yeah.
You up 28-3 against the Patriots. You run the ball 4 times in the second. Kerry, you know football. You run the ball 4 times in the second half with a big lead. Don't you supposed to run the ball, eat up clock?
Yeah.
Number 2, Julio Jones makes one of the great catches. 3rd and whatever it was, set up a 1st and 10 at the 22. Kerry, I'm not a football coach. I'm not even going to sit here and tell you I know football like you do.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 22, I know I'm going to run the ball 3 straight times, use the play clock all the way down until I snap it, and then kick a field goal. They were up by 8. If you kick a field goal, you're up by 11.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 22.
How much time was left?
And it was less than 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they don't do that. This is Kyle Shanahan. Why don't you pass in that situation? First of all, a holding. Push you back. A sack. Push you back. Out of field goal range. So now you don't get the field goal.
Yes.
The Patriots stop you. They get the ball back. Down by 8. Brady drives the field. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, tie, and you lose in overtime.
That's crazy.
Cannot happen.
Can't. No.
Am I right? Like,
No.
that's bad coaching.
That's
I don't
bad.
care. There's winning time. I don't care about what your style was or what you did. Oh, we're playing our game. We threw the ball all year. No, not at the end of the game. And that you got to do the numbers and say and if you go back, I dare anybody to go watch the end of that game. They're snapping the ball with time left on the play clock.
Yeah.
You get those are seconds that add up with those 3 downs that Brady gets to use at the end.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So when I look at Kyle Shanahan, and we're going to grade him on the 3 Gs. Great, good, or garbage. I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to let you go.
Go ahead,
Because I've
dude.
already made my case, and it would be silly for me to say you grade first.
Right.
I'm going hot garbage.
You going hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
Not even just regular garbage.
And it's August. It's New Orleans.
Ooh.
Okay, you already know the bugs.
The stench.
The stench. Like, it's hot, sticky, and gooky. Okay? And people say, well, he got you there. Some guys can't actually deliver all the goods. And that's what I feel like at some point. And you got to be careful because sometimes you don't get there. And I'm going to give you one example, and then I'm going to let you go.
Yep.
I remember when the Pistons had Rick Carlisle.
Yep. I
Did
know
fine.
that story really well.
Right?
Yeah.
2003, they went to the playoffs, went to the second round. They beat Tracy McGrady and the Magic. Wow. Great job. Young, promising coach.
Yep.
You got your own guy. Okay. Wait a minute. Larry Brown's available? Now, at that point, Larry Brown had not won a championship
That's right.
in the NBA,
With Philly.
but he won in college.
He won in college, yeah.
Pistons go get Larry Brown, make a change at coach, won the championship the next year.
Yep.
Went back to the finals the next year after that.
Yep.
My only point is some guys might not be able to actually get you over the hump, and sometimes you have to identify that and recognize you might blow this window of opportunity with the 49ers. People are getting paid. All of a sudden now you're losing people. You know what I mean? The team that you had where you went to those 2 Super Bowls is not going to be the same next year. And if you have to pay Brock Purdy, you're going to lose even more people.
All right. So this would be my pushback with you on this one, Rob. First of all, I'm going to say out of the 3 G's, he's done a good job.
Okay.
All right. So I wouldn't say
Not
great.
great because they didn't win, right?
I wouldn't say great, but good. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason you just laid out with the Rick Carlisle thing, right? Perfect. I understand that perfectly fine because I saw that, I lived that, I know what that feels like. I've seen it.
Right.
They got rid of him. They brought in the guy. They do win their championship in Detroit. But that coach they got rid of, Rick Carlisle, went on and won a championship somewhere else in Dallas, right?
Yep, he did.
So you get rid of the guy. He's younger. He's somebody that's going to be around a lot longer than Larry Brown. And you get rid of him. You kick him out the door to another team, and the other team benefits by winning the championship with him there.
That's fair.
Right?
Okay.
So that's what I would say with Kyle Shanahan, right? What other head coach are you going to bring in that's, more qualified, has the pedigree, and has shown the propensity to succeed with that organization the way that he has?
Okay, here you go.
Go ahead.
I'm not afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the known.
Yeah.
And the known,
Yeah.
okay?
Uh-huh.
The known is that we haven't been able to win with him.
For sure.
That's the known.
For sure.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
If you were to go back and ask Ralph Wilson, who was the owner of the Buffalo Bills,
Marv
should
Levy.
I have made a change?
Uh-huh.
I went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row.
Uh-huh.
We didn't win. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
No, I hear you.
Okay,
For
and
sure.
that's the argument about, well, who are you going to go get?
Yeah.
Marv Levy's getting you to the Super Bowl. Well, actually, after the second one, you might have said maybe he can't do it. The best example was Tony Dungy's Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yep.
He couldn't win. He couldn't win. Can we?
That's true.
When they let him go, it was hard to be mad at the ownership at Tampa Bay. They had an unbelievable defense. Tony Dungy had everything. They couldn't score. You remember?
I do.
Sean King was their quarterback.
I remember. Yeah.
They couldn't score. They lost like the NFC Championship game 8-6 or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like they couldn't score.
I agree, Rob.
And then what happened? They bring in John Gruden. Guess what?
They win it the next year, and then Tony Dungy leaves and wins with the Colts.
Okay.
So I mean, it's just like I hear it. That's all fine and dandy. I understand the rhetoric for sure, but and it's not to say that it's right or wrong. Like, though, I think the Tony Dungy thing was right. It was the right move.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Like you say, how could you fire Tony Dungy?
Yeah.
At that point, it was like we're not going to win. Like he's had these 2 or 3 chances, man. And we got a team that's loaded. Maybe he can't get us over the hump.
Right.
And that's why I always bring up the Marv Levy. I mean, like, that's dubious to lose 4 Super Bowls. Would you? 4 in a row. Come on, you know how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl? 4 in a row. And it's dubious on Kyle Shanahan. He had a chance to win 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
3. And it's different. If you get to the Super Bowl and they blow you out and you didn't, you're not good enough,
yeah,
I could accept that.
But you know they're
you
good
got
enough.
10-point leads both times, and you change up what you should. You throw the ball instead of running it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
it comes back to what I was talking about in the last hour, right? Like, a lot of these head coaches don't have game feel. So exactly what you're saying about situational football, right? They're up 8, 2 minutes left. Run the ball, right? Like,
How do you not know that, Kerry? Come
It's about
on, man.
It's in game, Rob.
You know what it is, though?
Yeah.
It's the ego. It's like I'm gonna do it my way. This is what we've done all year. But there's a formula to win,
100
which is about
100%.
eating up clock.
Yeah.
The more we eat up clock running the football, we don't even have to go anywhere. If we're at the 22 and just don't lose any yardage and move forward, and now we're at 3 plays, 45 seconds, right? The 40-second plot. What is it? 40.
Yeah, 40-second clock.
Right.
Yeah.
40 seconds each play, and we move it up a yard on each play. Now we're at the 19 or whatever, and we kick a field goal. You're up by 11. You win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that happens where you don't get a kick when you're at the 22.
Yeah, it's terrible. And what you just said about it being the ego or trying to make your name, he was.
Right.
He was the offensive coordinator. He wasn't the head coach yet.
No, and he had already had the job in his back pocket to go to San Francisco. Remember? So
Yes.
I'm going to show you.
Yes.
I remember, and Bill Parcells was one of the best coaches I ever saw. Okay, I saw him do the same exact thing with the Jets. He had a chance to make the playoffs. You might remember this. This is when Barry Sanders was playing, and he went for 2,000 yards in the last game of the year against the Jets. So I covered that game. It was at the Pontiac Silverdome. That's how long ago it was.
The Pontiac Silverdome.
And Bill Parcells, they needed to score a touchdown. They were at the 1 yard line. First play, he has a halfback option with a rookie halfback. You know how small it is in the end zone when you're at the 1, right?
Right.
There's no room, right?
Right.
What does a rookie do on that play? First down, first and goal at the 1. Those are picked in the end zone. They lose. They don't make the play. Now that to me was, I'm going to show you how I'm the smartest guy in the room.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because run the ball in. You got 3 chances, even 4 if you have to. Right. You got 4 to get 1 yard. Number 2, to put it in the hands of a rookie who's trying to make a play where maybe a veteran throws it out of bounds. Don't force it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
You got to know that. You don't have to. If it's not there, don't force it. Throw it out of bounds.
Right.
At the 1.
Yeah. That's
All right. I want to hear from you guys. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996 6963. 60, what is it? I'm all lost.
63-69.
63-69. Dude, I don't even know. Rob G, where are my glasses? What kind of producer
I
are
got
you?
your back, Rob. Hey, here's the question. It's very simple. The odd couple wants to know, has the Kyle Shanahan era in San Francisco been great, good, or garbage?
Drew in New Jersey, you're first up. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Happy New Year, Drew. What's up?
Happy New Year, everybody. I want to just say I think that he has been great. I don't think by not winning a Super Bowl doesn't mean you're not great. I think he's had so many highs in the playoffs to say that he's not successful is an understatement. For example,
but Drew, let me say this. Let me say this to you. Everybody's not great. And if winning isn't involved, how can you be great? What do you call the people? No, hold on. What do you call the people who win? If he's great and he didn't win. If Marv Levy, hold on, Drew. Lamar's career's not over. Okay, so this is my point. Hold on. The difference is Lamar didn't choke down 3 big-time losses to be in that situation. Now, here's my thing. Nobody looks at the Buffalo Bills and Marv Levy when they talk about the all-time greatest coaches. He's never in that conversation. Why not? Why not, Drew? Why isn't he in that conversation? He took a team to 4 straight Super Bowls. Why don't you put him in that conversation? Tell me.
Because it's a different era.
No, because he didn't win. Winning matters.
You're at quarterback.
Go ahead.
It's a quarterback. The quarterback wins the game. For you constantly say you don't win until you win. So the same thing should apply for Kyle Shanahan. He's probably, if you look at
name another coach who's choked down 10 10-point leads in the Super Bowl. Never happened.
I think that he
It's
should
never
want
happened.
out of San Francisco. I think he should want out of San Francisco. I think he should get himself a quarterback like Caleb Williams, because I don't think you're going to win. I think you're constantly going to be in the playoffs. Well, you'll never have a top pick. So I think he should want out, period, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, Drew. Appreciate it. Thank you, my man. Thanks for calling. Happy New Year. Chris in Syracuse, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
What's up,
Appreciate
Chris?
you chiming in on New Year's Day.
Oh, thank you. I love listening to you guys. You're the one show I listen to at night. It's a great show.
Man, thank you. Means a lot.
A couple of
Thank
things
you.
I want to say. First of all, the Atlanta Super Bowl was one of those moments you went, oh, my God.
Am
It
I,
was unbelievable.
am I right, Chris? Come on,
Oh,
man.
yeah, he totally. I said, whoever was calling those plays,
That was-
if you were rooting for the Patriots, you were saying hallelujah. If you were rooting for Atlanta, you had to go, oh my God.
Right, that was Kyle Shanahan. That was a
Unbelievable.
botched Super Bowl win that they had.
Yeah.
But you know what I remember more than anything? That poor owner with the umbrella with his wife on the sideline,
That-
down there all ready to win.
Arthur
And
Blank
also-
showed up down there, right?
Oh,
Yep.
my God, they're all ready to win, and then he's looking around going, oh, my God. But the other thing I want to say about Buffalo. Hello?
Yes. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
here.
you're
We're
here.
listening.
Okay. The other thing I want to say about Buffalo is one of the things I remember the players saying is they said every time we went to the Super Bowl, all we did is party our brains out. And I said,
Wow.
oh, my, that was a terrible thing. And that's what they said. I always remember Thomas running down the first quarter and then coming out of the game when they got down to the 20-yard line. I always said to myself, I wonder what that was all about. But I always remember the Bills players saying after when they went for Super Bowls, all we did is party our brains out when we went down to the Super Bowl. So I have to lay some of that blame on the players. I'll hang up and listen to you guys. I really like you guys. Have a good one.
All right,
Thank
Chris.
you. Appreciate it.